What's up? What's up? It's your boy Fats. I know I've been down for a minute, but I'm trying to try something out new, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain things, when it comes to my story times or whatever. But yeah, have you ever been in a situation where you always had a gut feeling about something? You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave it in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever been in a situation to where you had a gut feeling about a whole situation and it ended up turning out bad? But I'm gonna tell you about this time when I was hustling on the street and everything kind of changed kind of bad for me because, you know what I'm saying, I made a lot of kind of bad decisions, you know what I'm saying, when it came to that kind of stuff like that. But yeah, I was dealing with this dude named L at this time. Now L was a cool individual, you know what I'm saying? Me and him always did good business or whatever. We was going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, when it came to certain stuff. But you know what I'm saying? One time I ended up going to him, I ended up getting like a 4.5, you know what I'm saying, from him. It was cost like 2,500 at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I was moving at this time. I was kind of dealing, you know what I'm saying, with the foreign the baby to where, you know what I'm saying, I was just basically getting in the game and stuff. So I get the stuff, I come back home, whip it up, you know what I'm saying, real quick, you know what I'm saying. Put the baking soda in there, let the shit cook up, you know what I'm saying, let it go down to the oil and stuff. And then I always, you know what I'm saying, had Remy Martin. That's what I pulled my uh, thing on it to where it kind of hard it up, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I drink it in the cup and then I pour it, you know what I'm saying, in there to where it kind of harden up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how my little trademark was when I kind of whipped my stuff up. So I whipped it up, you know what I'm saying? Shit, it came back good, you know what I'm saying? Everything it came back a little over because sometimes when you get that tight white, it always comes back over and stuff. So I get that. I'm like, dang, it's gonna be good, you know. So I break it all my stuff down like I always do, always in pieces. I don't ever do no type of weight or anything. I sell all my stuff in pieces. If I get a bird, it's gonna be all in pieces. And I ain't gonna sell nothing in no type of weight or anything. I open up a shop and I sell all my stuff in pieces. So like I said, I'm cutting all my stuff down, boom, boom. So then I go to my little first little customers, you know what I'm saying? I'm dropping it off to them, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody at this time, you know what I'm saying? We had beepers and stuff. So when they paid you, you know what I'm saying? Look at your beeper, you know what I'm saying? Either get on a pay phone or use the house phone or call them or whatever. So I'm going through, you know what I'm saying, people, you know, hooking them up and stuff like that. So everything is going pretty good, you know what I'm saying, for first probably about 4 or 5 hours, you know what I'm saying. So then that's when I start getting pages and stuff from people and stuff, boom. So I go back and call them and stuff and put the 911 code up on there. So then I'm like, shit, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? They like, man, that stuff is kind of bad, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, for real, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it came back, you know what I'm saying? When I whipped it up, it came back pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Because it was that tight white, and they was like, nah, man, it got like a funny taste to it. And I was like, oh, for real? I was like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, I didn't do drugs or anything like that, so I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what type of taste it was. So, you know, I go back thinking, damn. So I go get some stuff, you know, go to somebody that I kind of knew, and I was like, shit, hit that, and you know what I'm saying? Tell me what that's like. And they was like, shit, I already know it got that little gassy taste to it, you know what I'm saying? So my customers are already, when I gave it to them, they was already telling me, you know what I'm saying, that it had like a little gassy taste to it. So I was like, all right, man. So I get back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? I paid, you know what I'm saying? Hell, he pays me back, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, man, what's up, man? I was like, shit, man, the stuff that we got, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of bad. Said people are always complaining about it and stuff. He was like, yeah, man, somebody, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, complaining about that, you know what I'm saying, to me as well. So I was like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I said, what we gonna do about that? Because shit, I got 4 in the baby right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even got rid of, you know what I'm saying, really none of it. I think I had like 4 of them left. I only was dealing with like a half of it at that time. So I was like, shit, man. He was like, yeah, man, that's how the game is. So he was just telling me, you know what I'm saying, shit, however, you know what I'm saying, that things was going to play out. That was just how it's going to end and stuff. And I was like, nah, I can't end like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to, you know what I'm saying, reimburse me or something, or, you know what I'm saying, give me something, because I can't be getting up all off this, you know what I'm saying, if everything's kind of bad and stuff. So then he was like, shit. So me and him got into like a little argument, or, you know what I'm saying, over the money and stuff and how things was going to play out with that. But shit, we end up, you know what I'm saying, just hanging up, you know what I'm saying, just kind of like really never talking or whatever. So I just quit dealing with him, you know what I'm saying, off the top right there. So then I'm dipping and dab, you know what I'm saying, with different people and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what I'm going to do. Because shit, like I said, you know what I'm saying, when I was dealing with Ellie, he was kind of consistent, you know what I'm saying, plug for me at that time to where everything was kind of good, you know. So then I'm dipping and dabbing with people. Instead of me going to get the four and the baby, I just get like a half or something. And if it's all good or whatever, then I go back, you know what I'm saying, to get some more to kind of, you know what I'm saying, make sure that I stay on page with stuff. But every time I went to people, dipping and dabbing with people, you know what I'm saying, they always had that old gas and stuff. So everybody was kind of complaining about that, you know what I'm saying. Clientele, you know what I'm saying, was going down, you know what I'm saying. The work was going down. I was like, shit, damn, man, trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what I was going to do. Because, like I said, I was trying to hustle to make some money, making ends meet and stuff like that, and trying to make sure that everybody would be on the same page. All my little customers and stuff would be satisfied, because if your customers ain't satisfied, you ain't going to make no money, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to certain stuff if you're trying to be hustling out there. So I'm going around, so shit. Like I said, my gut feeling was telling me to get out the game, because, like I said, I was dealing with like 4 or 5 different people, and everybody that I go deal with, everybody had the same type of stuff. So it was like the town was just flooded with all that. You know what I'm saying? The town that I was in was called Topeka, Kansas. You know what I'm saying? It was like a little small town, but everything was like double, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the money and stuff. So if you hit a 20, you know what I'm saying, you'll make $40 just off of 20. So shit, that's how I kind of roll with it. So I'm like, damn, man. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, how I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, get everything back to rolling, because shit, I don't want to take no hits, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, actually be broke or whatever, or go to no type of situation to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm just at rock bottom, to where I don't know no type of people to kind of hook up with, because everybody had the same type of stuff, you know what I'm saying, at this time. So I'm like, shit, damn, man, what I'm going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like every day, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to find a different type of plug. I'm going, you know what I'm saying, to different little towns, you know what I'm saying, back to Kansas City, trying to find the same type of stuff. It's like everybody had it. It was like Kansas was just flooded with this old gassy ass stuff and stuff. So everybody was kind of mad about this whole situation, because wasn't nobody really making no money, because shit, you either gonna buy a large quantity of it and get fucked off of it and try to figure out how you was gonna get off of it, or you was just in one of those situations to where, you know what I'm saying, you just wasn't gonna hustle or try to do nothing or try to change the game up, because at this time, you know what I'm saying, everybody was looking, you know what I'm saying, for everything, you know what I'm saying. So this went on, like I said, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of months, you know. So one day I'm sitting up here, you know what I'm saying. If you watch this video, you know what I'm saying, from this point, you know what I'm saying, leave me a 1, let me know that you love and support your boy, you know what I'm saying. And also, if you watch this video from this point on, go on and hit that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying, for your boy, and show me some love and support, you know what I'm saying. Let me know that you welcome me back, you know what I'm saying, back up on my journey. But yeah, so one day I'm sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, up in my room, you know what I'm saying. I think I was DJing at this time. I was scratching, you know what I'm saying, trying to, because I was one of those type of persons right there. So, so one day my page would go off, you know what I'm saying. Look, I go in there, tell me, you know what I'm saying, my little girl and shit, give me the phone. So she bring it in there. I call him back. I'm like, shit, what's up, man? Who's this? He's like, shit, it's your boy L, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, man, what's going on with you? He said, man, I got some good news, you know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be all good, you know what I'm saying? Back on points, you know what I'm saying? With some more good stuff, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, for real, you know what I'm saying? He's like, shit, so get your, go ahead and get your money ready, you know what I'm saying? So when I call you, you know what I'm saying, you can basically, you know what I'm saying, be back on point with everything. I was like, all right, man. So I hang up the phone. So then when I get out the phone, you know how girls is, you know what I'm saying? They like, she's like, who's that? You know, who's you talking to? And I was like, shit, that's that boy L, you know what I'm saying? He calling me, telling me it's gonna be back all good. And, you know what I'm saying? My girl, you know what I'm saying? From that point on, she was like, oh, no, don't go mess with him, because, you know what I'm saying, he kind of janky or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, he did you once dirty like that, shit, he gonna do you like that, dirty like that again. I was like, shit, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening to her talking and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, on the streets, when your girl to give you some type of advice or whatever, you might have to take heed to it because you never know what type of situation you might get yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes women have good intuitions when it comes to certain things. So I'm like, nah, I ain't going to give myself, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to make sure that I test it and all that shit. So you better, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, you spend all your money like you did last time and put us in that situation. You know what I'm saying? She's just going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, when I got that 4.5 from him, it took me a while to get off of it because shit, wasn't nobody really kind of buying it. So if I go back and go through my little stash and get all my little ends and all that I got and go back to him this time and it be some bad stuff again, it's gonna be a whole repeat of the whole situation again. I got to go through all that drama again. I don't want to go through none of that stuff again. So then me and her sitting up in there talking and stuff. So then like the next day, you know what I'm saying, that's when L called me, you know what I'm saying. He's like, hey man, come to my house, man, you know what I'm saying, and holler at me, you know what I'm saying. I was like, shit, all right. So I'm going to his house, you know what I'm saying. When I'm going to his house, I'm thinking to myself, man, I hope this man ain't on no motherfucking bullshit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just, the feeling that was just going through my head, you know what I'm saying, when my girl was just telling me, you know what I'm saying, to be careful when it comes to all that stuff. So I get to his crib, you know what I'm saying, go upstairs, knock on the door, you know what I'm saying. He opened it up, you know what I'm saying, get under there, you know what I'm saying, playing, you know what I'm saying, little music and stuff, you know what I'm saying. Then got a little drink out and stuff. He was like, shit, sit down and have a drink, you know. So I was like, he doing like some player shit. I ain't never seen him, you know what I'm saying, do nothing like this. So I get down, you know what I'm saying, sit down. He's like, shit, man, we drinking and stuff, you know, smoking joints. We weren't smoking no blunts at this time. We're smoking joints. So we're smoking some more good skunk joints. If y'all know about that skunk weed, you know what I'm saying, let me know in the comments, you know what I'm saying, if you ever smoked the skunk joints, you know what I'm saying. So we smoking that, you know what I'm saying, we're drinking and stuff. He's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying, I got to go to Texas, man, to kind of handle some business with some people that I know down there. He's like, shit, man. Basically, he's just filling me in on what he's about to be doing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be going down there? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, shit, but I ain't got all the money to go down there, you know what I'm saying, to kind of deal with all the people. And I was hoping that, you know what I'm saying, maybe if you was doing some type of stuff or whatever, that you can pitch in with me. I was like, shit, I don't know, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's sort of the first thing that a person goes to their mind. I don't know, man, because shit, you don't want to be, again, making sure that you putting everything, you know what I'm saying, in their hands and agreeing with everything, because shit, once you start agreeing with them, you know what I'm saying, then they goes, so I was like, shit, I don't know, I was going with my little gut feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, anytime situations like that pop in your head, sometimes it's good to go with your gut. So I was like, shit, man, nah, man. I said, shit, I'll holler at you, man, you know, if I do decide to, you know what I'm saying, do something. He was like, shit, man, I'm trying to go down there next week, you know, just kind of let me know. So I leave up out there, go back to the crib, you know, talk to my little girl and shit at this time, you know, just telling her, you know what I'm saying, what kind of went on, what goes going on and shit. She was like, shit, I don't know. She's like, shit, if you do anything like that, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you go down there with your money, you know what I'm saying, follow your money, you know what I'm saying, don't go down there, leave the money into it. I was like, shit, if I did do something like that, I wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying, do nothing like that. I was going to go with him or whatever. So she was like, all right. So she kind of, you know what I'm saying, agreed with me if I did do something, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know what I'm saying, with him, that long as, you know what I'm saying, I went with him and got the money, you know what I'm saying, everything could kind of be all right. So I'm sitting up in here, you know, thinking and stuff. He keep calling me, you know what I'm saying, paging me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I called him back. He was like, shit, man, what you gonna do? You know, like, shit, at this time, I was just telling him, man, you still got to give me some time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that I got all the money and stuff like that. So I was saying to myself, shit, if we going down there, I'm gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, get a little bit extra more money or whatever. So I went around, hollered at a couple of my little partners and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Some people, you know what I'm saying, gave me 500. Some people, you know what I'm saying, gave me 1,000. Some people gave me 300, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gave me a little different price, you know what I'm saying, numbers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to go and think, because I was trying to get like 5 to where when I go down there, I can get the help, the 9, and when I get back, you know what I'm saying, everybody, I break them off, you know what I'm saying, that little thing, and I have a little extra over. So I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, get over as well, but shit, I wasn't trying to get over to where they was going to be losing anything or whatever, because as long as I had it, they can always go back and get it from me. So everything would always be consistent when it came to that. So finally, I was like, shit, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? I was telling him, shit, I'll roll down there with you. So we get down, get in the car, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, when I get in there, kiss my little girl and shit, go outside, you know what I'm saying? Money in my little duffel bag and stuff right there. I come get it in the car. When I get in the car, first thing I was thinking, I was like, shit, man, nah, man, I shouldn't even go and shit. I shouldn't even go. So I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying, just thinking to myself while I'm in the car, well, should have went with my gut feeling or whatever. But you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with sometimes when you're dealing with these things like this, you know what I'm saying, your intuition might tell you to do one thing, you know what I'm saying, but you end up doing something totally different because you're thinking of the money in factor when it comes to that. So we like, shit, boom, start riding out. So when we riding out, you know what I'm saying, we ain't smoking or drinking or nothing like that. We just conversating, talking and stuff, and I'm trying to fill him in. He was like, oh, that's my cousin, you know what I'm saying? I know him down here, you know what I'm saying? We all gonna put, you know what I'm saying, something together down here, you know what I'm saying? He knows some people that where he ain't got to deal with that old funky ass, you know what I'm saying, stuff that we had, you know what I'm saying, last time and stuff. And I was like, shit, I hope not, man. I said, man, cause shit, that stuff right there, you know what I'm saying, was kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I said, man, we might gonna have to get a tester or something, somebody that can, you know what I'm saying, whip up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit down there, like a teen or something like that, and get it to them and let them smoke it or whatever, and see what it kind of turn out to, because shit, we don't want to be buying all this shit right here and end up, you know what I'm saying, kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying. He was like, nah, man, it ain't gonna be nothing like that. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. So we driving and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It took us, you know what I'm saying, probably about 12 hours, you know what I'm saying, to get down to this town called Denton. So we get down to Denton. He's like, shit, we just right outside of Waco, you know what I'm saying? Once we get to Waco, you know what I'm saying, everything's going to be all good. So I'm like, all right. So I'm going through, like I said, Texas, seeing that little skyline, you know what I'm saying, that they got, you know, it's a little ball with the top and stuff, you know what I'm saying, rolling through that little downtown and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just peeping out the whole situation and stuff. So then we get down there, we get to the motel, you know what I'm saying, we get up in there, shit, we up in there chilling for a minute. He get on the phone, you know what I'm saying, talking to some people or whatever, I don't know who he's talking to or whatever, but he's on the phone constantly, you know what I'm saying, talking to some people. So you can kind of look in his face that, shit, we came down here, you know what I'm saying, basically for a dummy mission, you know what I'm saying. So he's like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying, the dude that I was going to be hooking up with, you know what I'm saying, he's now sitting up here just on the bed right across from me telling me, hey, man, you know, the dude that I was supposed to be hooking up with ain't going to be doing, you know what I'm saying, the deals or whatever. He ain't really got none right now. So it's kind of messed up. So I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, basically fish around and see what's kind of going on. I was like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, damn, that's kind of messed up. So I get on the phone, you know what I'm saying, use my little calling card, call my girl and shit. She answers. I'm like, shit, man, it's kind of bad going down here. Just filling her in on what's kind of going on. She was like, shit, just kind of, you know what I'm saying, just leave, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, yeah, man. So I was like, shit, I ain't gonna even, you know what I'm saying, trying to deal with nothing, the kind of stuff like that. Now, sometimes when you go down there and hustle and you going down there to do some type of deal, you get down there and the plans kind of change and stuff, and it kind of throws everything out because you be expecting for certain things to go the way that you want to. Y'all leave it in the comments, you know what I'm saying, let me know that if you've been in a situation where you got somewhere and everything kind of changed, you know what I'm saying, from that point on. So I was like, shit, man, damn. So when he come back in the L, come back up in there, I'm like, hey, man, shit, I'm just ain't gonna even worry about it, man. I'm just gonna take my little bread and go back home. He's like, nah, man, nah, fast. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. We gonna get it, man. He said, I know one more person, man, and I'm gonna call him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good. You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, all right, man. But shit, if it goes bad or whatever, man, shit, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, shit, all right, man. So then he calls somebody else. You know what I'm saying? He's like, shit, in the morning, it's gonna be all good. So we get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, bright and early and stuff, you know what I'm saying, wash our face and stuff, and you know what I'm saying, getting ready. I'm like, shit, you ready to get up out? He's like, shit, nah, I'm just gonna go by myself, you know what I'm saying, you just go on here and stay here. And I was like, shit, nah, man. I said, shit, I don't know about that, man. So he was like, man, just trust me, man, it's gonna be all good. I'm just gonna roll by myself, go get it and come back, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, shit, all right. So he leave out. Boom, he gone by about an hour. So I'm sitting up on the bed, you know what I'm saying? Got me a little breakfast, I ate it. I'm sitting on the bed waiting on him to come back. So finally, you know what I'm saying, I heard a little thing at the door, you know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I'm saying, motels had keys. So I heard the key kind of open up the door and stuff. So when he come in there, he got a little bag and stuff. He's like, shit, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. I was like, shit, let's look at it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff, you know what I'm saying, looked kind of good, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit. I said, did you have somebody test it or whatever? He was like, shit, nah, man. I ain't had nobody test it or whatever. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? You know some people down here, you know what I'm saying? Since that was your cousin that you was going to deal with, to have somebody, you know what I'm saying, come over and test it or whatever, you know what I'm saying, see if it's all good. He was like, man, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. He just kept telling me that it's all good. And I'm looking, I'm like, shit, I'm just looking, I mean, everything looked kind of good, you know what I'm saying? It was two of them, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was getting, but I know I was only getting 9. So I was like, shit, it look all right, you know what I'm saying? So we get it, put it in the bag and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Boom, leave up out. I'm like, shit, damn, man, we should have had somebody test it or whatever. So then we get back, like I said, I had that feeling, you know what I'm saying? When you get that feeling, you know what I'm saying? You just got to make sure that you're just on point with everything, whatever. So we get on all the way back to, you know what I'm saying, Kansas, you know what I'm saying? Once we get on back to Kansas and stuff, I get the stuff, you know what I'm saying? He break it open, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it looked at all right, you know what I'm saying? It just looked a little funny or whatever and stuff like that. But shit, it looked, it had a little smell to it, you know what I'm saying? But so when he broke it off, it boom, gave me mine, you know what I'm saying? I put it in the bag, you know what I'm saying? Get back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? That's when I put the stuff, you know what I'm saying, just half of it, you know what I'm saying, in the microwave, you know what I'm saying. I had one of my friends, you know what I'm saying, come over here, that one of them that think they was spending the 300 with me, he came over here, you know what I'm saying, to get a little quarter or whatever. So, shit, when he got over here, because he wanted his off, so I gave him, boom, broke his off. He was like, shit, man, let me look at you, you know what I'm saying, rock some of that up, you know what I'm saying, real quick, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, shit, all right. So I got like a little half, boom, broke it off, put it in my little thing, you know what I'm saying, a little jar. Sure, got the water, you know what I'm saying, in there. Put it in the microwave, put it on my 333s, you know what I'm saying, then I push start. So as soon as it start doing this thing or whatever, all of a sudden, man, it just start popping in the microwave. Pop, 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 pop. I'm looking, I'm like, damn, man. He's like, man, what the fuck is that, man? So I stopped the microwave, you know what I'm saying, real quick. And when I pulled the jar out, you know what I'm saying, look at it, it looked like a bunch of cement, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just matted at the bottom and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, man, that's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, shit, when I'm looking at that, I'm like, shit, that don't even look like, you know what I'm saying? When I smelt it, you know what I'm saying, it didn't smell like no work or whatever. So I put it back in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? First thing I did, you know what I'm saying, got on the phone page, you know what I'm saying, waited on him to call me back, you know what I'm saying? It took him a minute, you know what I'm saying, to call me back or whatever. So then I was like, shit, man, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, man. I said, this shit ain't no motherfucking dope and shit. And he was like, man, what you mean? It ain't no dope, you know what I'm saying? He's like, shit, my shit's alright, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, you sure? I was like, shit, the pack that you gave me must have been, you know what I'm saying, a dummy pack, because this shit over here, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying, right now. He was like, oh, for real? He was like, shit, I'm on my way over there, you know what I'm saying? So then he get over there, you know what I'm saying, to me and shit. He look at it, all that shit, and I'm like, shit, man, this ain't no motherfucking dope, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was like, shit, but damn, man, that's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's like, shit, I brought you know what I'm saying, go outside, bring another 9 back in, you know what I'm saying? I guess one of the packs was bad, one of the packs was good, you know what I'm saying? So shit, he ended up giving me my stuff, you know what I'm saying, then back in return or whatever, because shit, he probably knew from cooking that last shit that it wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? That's why it took him a minute, you know what I'm saying, to get back over there to me and shit. But yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying, on the street, sometimes you got to go with your gut feeling, because if you don't go with your gut feeling, you never not kind of know what happened when it comes to certain feelings. So like I said, you know what I'm saying, your gut feeling will keep you out of trouble, because once you go with that, you never know what could kind of happen when it comes to those type of situations. But yeah, this is your boy Fats, you know what I'm saying, hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. I really appreciate everybody from tuning back in with me and supporting me, even though, you know what I'm saying, I've been down, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, because, you know what I'm saying, I had a lot of health issues going on. Your boy Fats is going through a lot of changes in his life because he's getting older, but I'm trying to keep this content and this ball rolling, and I hope that, you know what I'm saying, that y'all fans and your subscribers, you know what I'm saying, support me as well as I support y'all. We back on page with everything, so show me some love and support if you can. But yeah, my best advice for you is don't go find yourself in a situation that will lead you in prison, because you can go to prison, you know what I'm saying, and not end up coming out of prison because a certain situation might end up turning yourself into some type of bad individual. But yeah, you don't want to go to prison to put yourself in a situation to where your life could be ended. This your boy Fast. Stay up, and I'm up out of here.